Hi, hello. I am today going to do the classics book tag. I think it's something I should have done a long time ago since I love classics, but I didn't know of its existence. But now that I know about it, let's do it. I'm gonna be short with the answers, so this is not gonna be like a long video because I have a video coming up that is gonna be kind of long. So let's start. The first question is an overhyped classic you don't really like, and for that I don't know if it's an overhyped classic, but I think if it's a classic, it's overhyped because it's already been labeled a classic. So I'm going to say The Death of the Heart by Elizabeth Bowen. I DNF'd this book this year and I don't know if I'm ever gonna pick it up again. I still haven't gotten rid of it. My heart can't deal with unhauls very well, but I DNF'd it and it's a big question mark if I'm gonna continue reading that book or not. The next question is a favorite time period you like to read about. That for me is gonna be like from the Regency period to the Victorian age. We got like Jane Austen, Charlotte Bronte, Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, people that I haven't read yet but I know are great, like George Eliot. So yeah, I would keep in that 19th century vibe. The third question is my favorite fairy tale. I don't like fairy tales. I think fairy tales are terrifying, and I mean the actual real ones that were written by the Brothers Grimm and Anderson and those famous guys. I mean, I remember to this day reading Cinderella and being completely traumatized for the rest of my life. I mean, the sisters cut their feet to fit on the slipper. I mean, it's gory, it's weird that it's been written for children, and I do not get fairy tales. I don't. The fourth question is the classic you're most embarrassed about not having read yet. And for that I have a bunch of answers, and I think it's anything by Charles Dickens. I have only read one book by Charles Dickens, and he's like such a staple in classics, and I have only read the Great Expectations by him, and I have like a whole stack of books by Dickens just staring down at me, and I have to get to them soon at some point. Number 5 is the top 5 classics you want to get to soon. And for that I forgot I have done this to this book. I have apparently I followed G from Book Roast's tutorial, and I made sprayed edges on this book. And it's Shirley by Charlotte Bronte. My favorite book of all time is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, so this one is one that I really want to get to soon, and I had completely forgotten it's bronze now. Next is David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. I think this is one of his most famous novels and large, and I think I'm gonna feel really accomplished when I read this. Next is Dr. Zhivago by Boris Pasternak. Yep. And I just love Tolstoy. I read War and Peace and Anna Karenina, and I just fell in love with Russian literature, and I've read that if you love Tolstoy, you're gonna really love Dr. Zhivago. So that's why I've been itching to read this book ever since. The other one is Dracula by Bram Stoker, and honestly, I really want to read this book just to know what the fuss is all about. That's all. Because it's about a vampire. That's all I know. And lastly, O Alto da Compadecida by Ariano Suassuna. It's a Brazilian classic, and it's one that has made famous movies here in Brazil, and it's a play, and it's by an author who lived here in my region in Brazil, and we like hold a really prideful feeling towards him. So that's one of the classics I want to read soon. Number 6 is the favorite modern book series based on a classic. I don't know. I said I hated fairy tales, and I do, but I do love the Lunar Chronicles, which are YA fantasy series that are like based on some fairy tales. So the first one is called Cinder, which is based on Cinderella. The second one is Scarlet, which is based on Red Riding Hood. The third one is called Cress, which is based on Rapunzel. And the fourth one is called Winter, which is based on Snow White. And I really love those books. They are YA to the top. They are not classics at all, but I really like them. Number 7 is a favorite movie version or TV series based on a classic book. And that I don't even have to think 1 second about. It's gonna be the 2005 adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, directed by Joe Wright. It is stunning from beginning to end. It is beautiful in every way. The cinematography, the music, the actors, just the locations, everything is fantastic in this movie. Also, I would like to say Anna Karenina, the adaptation, I don't remember the year, by Joe Wright. That one also is, I remember watching it on the movies and just being completely mesmerized by such a beautiful book. I mean, the clothes, the setting being like on a theater, and Joe Wright just gets me. He just gets me. Number 8 is the worst classic to movie adaptation. I don't really know. I've searched my brain and I've searched my brain. Some of the older adaptations of Jane Austen books I don't really like. I don't know if I'm gonna offend many people here, but I don't like the 95 adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. I think it was trite, and especially Mr. Darcy, because Mr. Darcy is supposed to be he's supposed to be prideful and have this aura of being bigger than anybody else, but he does not disrespect you to your face. He is not rude, and that's what the Mr. Darcy in this adaptation is like, and I just did not vibe with that at all. So sorry, that's my answer. I keep looking here because my laptop is here and I'm reading the questions. So number 9 is my favorite edition I'd like to collect more classics from, and that without a doubt is gonna be the Folio edition, Folio Society editions, which are just perfect. They all come encased in this case, and they are just beautiful. This is the copy of Jane Eyre that I have. I have a bunch of Folio Society copies, but they're in a really high shelf, and it's just beautiful. Look at this. And it's made with such care and the best quality paper you can ever imagine. If you own one of these books, it's gonna serve you for the rest of your life. It's not gonna go bad, it's not gonna grow mold, and it has the most amazing illustrations, because I live near the ocean, so I get mold on my books really often. The Folio Society, the paper is acid free. It's just the best quality books I've ever seen in my life. They are not exactly cheap, but they are worth it, and I would love to have all the 6 Jane Austen books just in the same edition, in the Folio Society edition, but I have 5 of them, and this year the Folio Society stopped sending books to Brazil, so I only have 5 now, and I'm so sad. I hope one day they continue sending books to Brazil and I can finally buy the 6th one and get my collection completed. But so far I am just in mourning for their decision to not send to Brazil anymore. Number 10 finally is an underhyped classic you'd like to recommend to people. And I think an underhyped classic, a lot of underhyped classics come in this edition, which is the Persephone books, which are they're makers of books that are just written by women, and some of the books are out of print and they make them available, and it's such an awesome thing they're doing. They have this store in London, but you can order from the internet, and I have a few of them there. And the one I'm gonna recommend is Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day by Winifred Watson. It's a very funny, fun, full of hijinks story about an old lady, not old, but like in her time. She's old because she's like 40, and this socialite that she has to like babysit, and it's really good. And that's it. Those were the questions. I hope to enjoy this video. I hope to see you soon in a new video, and have a great day and awesome week, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.